2 little bucks, 1 doe. Good morning. It is 6:30. Had a pretty good night's sleep. Those deer just started walking down the trail and right through our camp as I was about to walk away. CC left a few minutes ago. Hollywood and groceries are about to leave right behind me. And we're gearing up for a good day. Don't have a whole lot of a plan. There is an option in like 10.7 miles to go to a resort. It's supposed to have pretty good food, like pizza and burgers. There's comments it's the best pizza on trail. We haven't had a lot of pizza, so we wouldn't know what to compare it to. The kicker is it's like 1.4 miles down a road each way. So that'd be 2.8 round trip. So I don't know. We're kind of like, nobody wants to do an extra 3 miles. Nobody's going to turn down food. So I think it'll be one of those situations. If we get to the road crossing and we can hitch pretty quick, we probably would go. If not, probably not. We'll just have to see how that pans out. Either way, got plenty of food. We haven't really talked about where we're going today or mileage or anything. I think pretty much now we just try to do at least 25 on full days. That's the other downfall. If you stop for burgers and pizza, it's harder to get those bigger miles. But, you know, we'll let the day unfold however it unfolds. And that's it. Most of the trail today has been in the woods, a lot of undergrowth. I mean, the trail's decent though. And then we've had a couple of those openings with big views that you've seen. Getting close to about 7 miles in for the day so far. Y'all know how much I wish that were true. We just got our water right there. Look at this. This is an outlet from a reservoir that I don't recall the name of. All right, it is 10:40 a.m. Just got water back there. We've done right at 10 miles. Got 0.7 to a road where there is a resort with supposed to be a really good restaurant. Going to try to hitch, I believe. So we're hoping when we get there, it'll be an easy hitch and we can go get some food. Because, you know, I don't know. I'm struggling. I'm not feeling it. The other two really seem to be the same. Sometimes hiking just gets old. And all you want to do is be in town and not have to walk another 15 miles a day. So, but, you know, you got to want the through hike more than that. So we got to walk, but you got to balance the grace with yourself. And when you're feeling this way, you can't let yourself get too negative. So you got to go get pizza. And if that takes a couple hour or two out of our hiking day, oh well. We make that up later. So the hike this morning has not been that tough. It's just been like I feel like I'm dragging. And now I'm carrying a little over 3 liters of water again. I had a little bit of a stomach issue this morning, but I'm hoping that's behind me. And yeah, that's where we're at for the morning. All right, so there's not much hitching going on this road. We called the place and they said they're not fully staffed, so they can't come pick us up. But there's some comments that you could just road walk it and walk around the lake and rejoin the PCT, and it's the same distance as the trail. And there's a car coming. We're gonna see. No such luck. The vehicle went the other way. So we're road walking. It's supposed to only be like 1.4. So I'm gonna go see if we can't get us a a soda and a pizza. We lucked out. That blue blaze to this place was not all road. We've been on a trail. Look how beautiful this is. All right, we're still sitting here. They got really fast Wi-Fi. I had a medium pizza. Well, I didn't think about packing it out, so I started eating the toppings off once I knew I couldn't eat it all. So I got some foil, I'm packing out 2 pieces for later. I've had 2 ice creams, soft serves, one before, one after. I was about to go get another one, and we just found out they're out of soft serve. So groceries in Hollywood are having regular hard ice cream. I may go get one of them. I don't know. I'm gonna wait and see what flavor he gets and what it looks like. And eventually we're gonna start walking again. We got some miles to do. All right, we're still road walking. So a little bit of a explanation of what we're doing here. So from where we got off the PCT, most people will try to hitch, or that restaurant will come give you a ride. But when I called, they said they were short-staffed, so they couldn't give rides today. Several people, including groceries, had gotten hitches in, and groceries actually got a hitch from somewhere a little bit further south, like another mile back on trail. So we ended up walking. It was 1.6 miles on CC's Garmin. And then there were comments about continuing to take the Blue Blaze road that goes there, and you can walk all the way around this lake and then rejoin the PCT. So since we're already part of the way that way, and I mean we're still connecting our footsteps, we just didn't go back to the PCT. We're basically walking along the road on the side of the lake we were already on to eat, and then we'll rejoin the PCT on the other side. And this is a big lake. It's beautiful. I can see it all through the trees, and there have been several big openings. I think I showed you a couple views of it. But I think in total, I think it's going to be like a 6-mile road walk. And the trail was almost the same distance. The road walk may have actually been a little bit more walking, but we were already over here. Our steps are still connected. Most of it is actually a Blue Blaze or a blue alternate on far out anyway. But yeah, that's what we're doing. And we have seen so many really cool cabins, like in these beautiful spots along this road. It really makes me want a cabin. Makes me want to live in the woods in a cabin. But I don't know how realistic that is for the near future, but it's something I've always thought a lot about. Well, I'm way behind everybody now. I saw a couple sitting outside of a cabin. The lady was just sitting on the porch, and the guy was kind of tinkering around, and I just waved and said hi, and she started talking and asked how the trek was going, and she said, "Can I get you water? You need anything?" I said, "No, I got plenty of water." She said, "How about a frozen water?" I said, "Well, I won't turn that down." So Hollywood said he didn't really want one, so he kept walking. And I could barely see him in the distance of this road. So she went in and got me the frozen water, and I ended up talking to her for a while. They're real nice people. I actually didn't even get their names. I'm so bad at that. She said, "Well, is there anything we can do? You got plenty of food? You need anything?" I was like, "No, we probably got more food than we need because we just ate all that back there and didn't eat out of our food bags." We talked about the fires and everything else, and she said, "Well," I said, "Well, I better get going. I'm gonna get real far behind my crew up there." And she said, "Well, I guess I can't give you a ride because that'd be cheating, right?" I said, "Sure would." So I do have a completely frozen salad water. It's gonna be nice to drink this when it's ice cold here in a few minutes. So we're getting close. I know we've got a couple miles still till we get back to the PCT. But this road walk has been lovely. All right, it is about 6:15. got about, I've not turned my camera on in a while. We've been back on PCT for a bit. Been plugging along. I got just over 1 mile to the water for tonight and tomorrow morning. So I get water. I think we only get about 3 or less than 3 from where we're going to camp. We've done a little over 22 so far for the day. And I just stopped I think I'm going to cold soak one of my lunches for dinner because I've not eaten any of those so far. So I have some couscous. I went ahead and put that in my Lil'Chap jar to cold soak. And I'm eating my pizza that I packed out. So I'm just sitting here taking a little break. Man, this is nice. It's a 6:15 p.m. pizza break in the middle of the forest. I'm back to walking again. And I just want to tell you, that pizza was amazing. It was so much better to eat cold pizza out of the back of my pack. Actually, it wasn't really like cold, but in the middle of the woods than it was served in a restaurant. That was good. All right, we got to that pipe spring. There's like 47 people camped there. There's not that many, but it's full. There's a lot of people. There's, I don't know, probably like 10 or 12, but it's a small area. One of the girls who was putting her pack on when we got there heard us talking about where we were going. She's like, "Where are you going?" So we told her where we were planning to go. She's like, "Oh, there's at least 7 of us going there, and it's only got 2 tents." She said, or 2 tent sites. She said 5 of them are already ahead of us. So there's no way that we're gonna be able to stay there. There's maybe a couple other options we're just going to see, or there's a road that apparently has quite a few spots by it, another 4.4 from here. But it's already 7-11, and we were only planning on doing like just shy of 25. It was like 24.7 or 8 or something. So for another 3, I don't know. It looks like we're probably going to be doing closer to 28 or something, and probably hike until dark or after. But that's the breaks when you're in these big bubbles. So many people have skipped up to Ashland and from way down south. We talked to some other people today, somebody that I know actually. Haven't seen her for a long time. Walked up to a water source this morning, and Purple Haze was sitting there, and she turned around and she goes, "Lil'Chap, is that you?" So it was cool to run into her again. And I think she's pretty much been hiking everything. But so I was asking her about some other people, and she's like, "Oh yeah, they were dilly-dallying and get way behind. And they rented a car and drove up here from Truckee yesterday." I don't know for sure how many, but that's like hundreds of miles back. And she's like, "Yeah, they're just skipping up here." It seems like everybody is skipping to Ashland. So, I don't know. We're going to be in a bubble for a bit, I guess. But we'll figure it out. It's just not a lot of camping. It is 8:05 p.m. We got to the top of that climb, and Cece was really hungry. I think we were all kind of hungry, but I'm not too bad because I just ate that pizza back there. So she wanted to go ahead and cook since we're not going to get camped after dark. So she was going to cook while it was daylight, and Hollywood was going to go ahead and try to eat his cold soak food. So they stepped back there to eat, and I looked at my couscous, but my spoon is in my food bag, which is buried in my pack. I didn't want to get it all out. I can probably get to where we're going to camp right at dark if I just keep going. So I told them I'm going to go ahead and go, and I'm going to look for a stealth spot on the way. If I find that, I'll stop short. I just found one that's it would maybe work, but it'd be really tight for all of our tents. So I'm going to keep going and head down further. It's supposed to be downhill the rest of the way, so I'm going to get to it. All right, it is after 9 o'clock. I've eaten my food, and I'm in my tent. I got to get out there with the skeeters, though, in a minute to brush my teeth. We had a really great day. We got to go get pizza. I got 2 ice creams, packed out pizza, and man, that pizza was so good in the woods. Like, it was just okay at the restaurant, But after it had been sitting on the back of my pack for a few hours, just sitting on a log, it was probably the best pizza I've ever had. It was the first pizza I've had in the woods on this trip, I believe. So I'm going to chalk we still did 25.8, I think I said, with our side quest for pizza and ice cream. So that's a pretty dang good day. Let's see if we can do just as good tomorrow. I don't think well, actually, there is a possibility for pizza tomorrow, but I think we probably need to not do it. But have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow.